Good afternoon, everybody. Just bear with me while I get all of the streaming and the buffering accurate and up to date. It looks like we are live and it looks like we are good, and I'm seeing comments and the audio. Hey, Rocio, I see you blowing up and doing so well. Really excited for you. Um, that didn't sound enthusiastic enough. I apologize. Hey, Rocio, I'm really excited for all the success that I've been watching you have there. That's really what it should have sounded like. Um, but my mind was thinking about getting all this software right. So forgive me. Today we're going to be talking about working team leads, right? And so again, a lot of what I share is real estate centric, and it is from the perspective of real estate agents, real estate brokers, real estate salespeople. But this really applies to anybody that is any type of sales professional, right? Any type of a sales profession where you get leads. And so today we're not going to really be talking about self-generating leads. Today we're really going to be talking about team leads and what those are and what that entails. And when it comes to leads, I wrote a book, and if I don't push it, nobody else is going to, so I'm going to do it myself. The name of the book is called "It's Not the Leads, It's You." Okay, and I wrote this book, and it is on Amazon. And if you have a chance to pick it up, it's available there because it really talks a lot about sales and a lot about leads and how to work those leads. It's on Amazon. It's not the leads, it's you. If you purchase it, pick it up, get a picture of yourself with the book, and then tag me on social media. My social media handles are at talktopaul.com, TalkTopaul.com, as if I needed to really do that. Talktopaul.com, everything's spelled out for all my social media handles except X, except Twitter. That one, it was a little too long, so it's talktopaul_com. Anyway, tag me and I will send you a code for the Audible version of that book, and you'll have access to it too. And there's really some great stuff in there, and we talk a lot about how to use artificial intelligence and AI for your business. Okay, so it's a great book. So if you are a sales professional and you are, let's just say, we're going to focus on real estate for now, and you're working your team leads, we're going to cover some basics. I'm just going to sit tight for a little while longer, just a little bit, just to let the algorithm kick in and just to let it notify other people that we are live. I have made a commitment to go live at least once a day. Really, it's only going to be 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops, and we're just going to do bite-sized chunks of sales training, really a lot of sales training. Again, most of it is real estate centric, but not all, and a lot of these tips and strategies can be applied to almost any other sales profession. So today we're talking about working team leads. Let's dive right in. Number one, what are team assigned leads? So, in our profession, you have the option of either going solo or you can join a team. Now, having been in this business for a while, I got my real estate license when I was 18, and I've been doing this for about 30 years now. I will tell you that I would have probably done things differently back when I first got licensed as opposed to now. Back when I first got licensed, teams weren't really that big of they weren't as common. And so these days you can actually join a team. And one of the benefits of these teams is that they will provide you, typically speaking, not always, there are teams where you are responsible for generating your own leads. But when you are a part of a team and you join a team, one of the benefits is that the team leader is going to be supplying you with leads that you're going to be able to work. Now, one of the pros is that you're getting those leads, and one of the cons is that there's a cost to getting those leads, and you're obviously going to get a much lower split by working those leads. So anytime a team or a lead is assigned to you by your team, it's the team leader that has invested the money in getting those leads for the team and making it rain, if you will. Pros of receiving the team assigned leads. Number one, you don't have to worry about the expense, okay? Making it rain, generating leads, making the phones ring, making the DMs, what would you call it? making the DMs pop off? I don't even know. Anyway, getting action from those leads, it costs money. It just doesn't happen by itself. And so when you're brand new, you don't really take into account the cost of what it takes to get those leads to reach out to you. So there's inbound and there's outbound marketing efforts. And a lot of times, these team leaders are investing money in the inbound marketing efforts. So they're investing money in getting people to, these leads. For instance, there's Zillow leads, Realtor leads. There's a whole bunch of other different leads that you can purchase, and these team leaders are doing it. Now, some of them are also investing in search engine optimization and in search engine marketing. And when they are doing that, there is still an expense in that, because you're having to hire people to help with the blogging, the vlogging, social media, having an online presence so that people can actually reach out to them. That takes effort. So understand that when you're brand new and you're just looking at our profession and you want to get into sales, you want to take into consideration that if you're going to join a team, that team leader is taking on that full expense of making it rain, that full expense of making the phones ring, that full expense of being able to provide you with those leads. So that is a huge, huge pro of joining a team. When you're solo and you're having to lead generate by yourself and you're brand new and you don't really know, you're going to have to start learning how to prospect relatively quickly. Whereas when you oh, and by the way, that prospecting period, that period where you're having to learn how to go out there and prospect yourself, takes time. It takes effort. It takes skill. And so even if you do generate your own lead now, there's no guarantee that you'll actually be able to close anything within 6 to 12 months. Whereas when you're provided with leads that are provided by your team leader, a lot of these people are already people that are demonstrating some type of intent. And so they're already in the process of making a purchasing decision. So it could be a purchase or a selling decision. And so they're providing you with these leads. And because these leads have more intent, they're more likely to move into action a lot sooner versus you doing your own self-lead generation, which could take, again, anywhere from 4 to 6 months before they go from the thinking about it to actually doing it. Okay, so pros of receiving team leads. Number one, you're not paying for it. Right? You are paying for it, but you're not paying for it up front, out of pocket expense. And then number two, these leads are more likely to move into action a lot quicker as opposed to you just getting on the phone and cold calling. All right. Next pro, the cons. What are the cons of receiving and working team leads? Well, the cons are you're probably going to get them at a much lower commission split at a much lower rate. Okay, so team leads, it varies. I've seen different structures where you will get a team lead and you will only receive 20% of the commission, 30% of the commission, 40% of the commission. Some give as high as 50% of whatever the commission is, based on that lead. So it really varies. It can be anywhere between 20 to 50%, but don't expect to get 100% anytime somebody is spending money to purchase these leads, to get the inbound leads to contact them. Do not expect to get 100% of that commission, because it's not going to happen. It just won't. They are forking over the money to get those leads for you, and it's your responsibility to work those leads, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. So one of the pros, again, is that you're not spending this money, but the cons is you're going to be receiving a lot less than you would if you were to do your own lead generation, right? If you're doing your own lead generation, well, you'd be able to earn 100% of whatever commission it is that you're earning, depending on the split in your office. Okay, so understand that everything that I'm sharing with you, it can vary from office, to organization, to profession, to other profession. But the concept here remains the same. Anytime you receive leads from your organization, from your team leader, from your manager, from your sales manager, and they were the ones that invested the time, the money, and the effort to get that lead, when they are providing that lead to you, you're going to be earning a much more of a discounted commission once that sale successfully closed. Just keep that in mind, okay? Now, you could look at it as a con, or you could look at it as that's just part of the business. It's entirely up to you, all right? Another con is that you're going to get a lot more pressure to close those deals, okay? That comes with the territory, right? Because these people are spending the money to get these leads. They're definitely going to be applying a lot more pressure on you to make sure that you're making contact with these sellers, to make sure that you're reaching out to these sellers, buyers, whatever, to make sure that you are actually putting in the effort to work these leads. These leads are costing money. So don't, when you have someone, a sales manager or team leader, reaching out to you, calling you, texting you, asking you if you've gotten a hold of those leads, you can't get frustrated over that. They're investing the money to provide you with those leads, and then if you're not working those leads, right, it's just money that's being thrown away. So make sure that you're working those leads. Don't get all offended or all sensitive about them reaching out to you asking for updates or asking you why you aren't updating the CRM, right? And if you don't know what a CRM is and you're brand new, that stands for a customer relationship manager. Don't be bothered by that. They're the ones investing the money in the leads. Of course they're going to want to be on top of it, and they want to ensure that, before they continue providing you with more leads, that you're actually working them. So that could be perceived as another con. A lot of people, when they get involved in sales as a sales professional, they do it because they like the freedom that comes with being able to control their own hours. They do it because they like the freedom of being able to work around their existing 9 to 5. They do it because they want to be their own boss. That's why they typically do it, right? Aside from the income earning opportunities. But when you're accepting leads from people and organizations that are investing money in these leads, then you can't be offended when they're calling on you and they're asking for updates on what's going on with those leads, okay? So let's move on. Number 4, lead generation costs money. I think I've beat that dead horse. Let me put my phone on vibrate because it just does not seem to be stopping, and I apologize. I should have done that first. So lead generation costs money, okay? It's expensive, all right? And if you don't believe me, go out and try it. Yes, I know that some people could argue about paying for a pay-per-click and paying per lead and doing all that stuff, but it still costs money. So you have to appreciate what your organization, what your sales manager, what your team leader is investing in your success, in their success, in everyone's success. Because when they provide you with these leads and you successfully close a deal on it and everyone makes money, we all win. So it's important that you appreciate the fact that they're actually investing money as an organization in their sales representatives, in their sales professionals. It takes money, and not only money, but also effort, okay? I mean, there are plenty of team leaders who attend these conferences where they go and they go to, like, for instance, I know Zillow hosts them a lot, right? Where they'll invite all of the team leaders over to their office, their corporate office in Seattle. We've gone over there a few times. They cover all the latest advancements on what they're doing, what they plan on doing. Love Zillow, hate Zillow. I really don't care. We're not going into how you feel about Zillow. I'm just explaining to you that it's not just the money that they're investing in these lead generations efforts. It's also them going out there and traveling and trying to come up with additional strategies and learning additional strategies. We talked a little bit about search engine optimization and search engine marketing. They're going out to these conferences where it's like Web 3.0, Web 4.0, whatever it might be, artificial intelligence now, and they're learning all these different strategies and they're investing in all these different strategies so that more leads could come in so that they can then provide these leads to their team so that the team could then close those leads, make money, and everybody wins and everybody's happy, right? It costs money and it costs time and it costs effort. Just keep that in mind. All right. And I want to shift people's perspective on that because I know that sometimes people get in and then what happens is they get a lead and they don't prioritize them. They don't prioritize the lead at all. So for those of you who are brand new, and you're just getting started and you're thinking about sales as a profession and you're thinking about becoming a real estate agent as a profession, or you've just got your license and you've made the decision that you want to join a team. Why? Because you feel like you're going to learn faster. You feel like they're going to provide you with leads. Yeah, you're going to earn a lower commission split, a lower rate, but at least this way you get paid, right? Because 100% of nothing is still nothing. At least this way you have someone who's helping you, who's providing you with leads. You can close it. So taking all those things into account, it's really important that you prioritize the team leads, right? right? Very, very important that you prioritize any leads that are provided to you by your team leader, by your sales manager, by your organization. When they are providing you with these leads, it is your responsibility and duty to get a hold of those leads and to work those leads. Okay, very, very important. So, I remember when we were providing leads to people and we'd give it to them and then we'd come into the office, I'd walk in and then we'd see them, scrolling the internet. We'd see them scrolling social media. And it's like, you just got 3 new leads. You really need to spend most of your time like trying to get a hold of these leads and trying to work those leads. That's just the way it is. And again, this goes for any type of sales professional or any type of business where you have to lead generate. Any type of business. I mean, it could in theory even apply to restaurants or whatnot. When these leads come in and there are inquiries that come in through, through Yelp or through Facebook or through who knows what, you want to prioritize them. Okay, you really want to make sure that you take care of them. I recently bought a dinner package off of like Groupon for a flamenco restaurant that my wife and I bought tickets for my son to go to with him and his girlfriend. And I remember how challenging it was getting a hold of someone. Right, you call the reservation line and they say just leave a message, somebody will call you back. Well, nobody called us back, and that was early in the week. That was like on a Tuesday. By Wednesday or Thursday, still nobody had communicated. So I called a second time, and that's when I decided, okay, now I'm going to take matters into my own hand. So I got all of their social media handles. I reached out to them through Facebook. I reached out to them through Instagram. I reached out to them through X, and I'm sending them messages saying, I've left multiple messages now. My son has a reservation or would like to make a reservation to attend the restaurant this Saturday evening. Can somebody please get a hold of me? And then eventually somebody finally contacted me, and from that point forward, that's where everything went smooth. Now, going back to what I'm talking about, that I technically was a lead for that restaurant. I was a lead, right? And I'm a patron of that business. I am a client. I am a customer of that business. And so the minute I start sending out all of those, messages to the organization so that they could help me, somebody needed to get a hold of me, and fortunately somebody did. Same thing here. You get a lead. It's very important that you prioritize that lead when it comes through, and you want to treat every lead as if it's your next deal. This is very important. Treat every lead like it's your next deal. So, for instance, there are times where you are going to get a lead and it's going to be provided to you by your organization, by your sales manager, by your team lead, and it's going to have some weird name like "Don't contact me," and then it's going to have an email address. Maybe the email address looks legitimate, and then the telephone number will be 555-1212. But you've got an email address, okay? Now, what some people will do is they will look at a lead like that, and they will say, this lead is bogus. It's not even worth my time. And they'll just throw the lead away, or they'll give the lead back, and they'll say it's not a good lead, without even making an attempt to, one, email the person to see if they respond, or two, just do a quick reverse search on the email address and see if there's any other footprints or social footprints on the internet when you reverse search it, right? You have to treat every lead as if it's your next deal. Yes, it might seem a little bogus. Yes, it might seem like they just came up with some fake email address. Yes, the phone number looks like it might be fake, but call it anyway. Email it anyway. Reverse search the name anyway. Look for the prospect on LinkedIn. Look for the prospect on Google. Whatever it is that you have to do, you have to treat that lead as if it's your next deal, as if that's the last lead that you are going to get. This is very, very important. Don't disqualify a lead before you've even made an attempt to get a hold of that person. And I can't tell you how much I hate when I see people do that. That infuriates me as a sales professional, for someone to disqualify a lead before they've even made an attempt at getting a hold of them. All right? Speed to lead. Speed to lead. Steam rules everything around me. I really wanted that to come off better, kind of like Cream from the Wu-Tang Clan. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, Right. So speed to lead rules everything around me. Speed to lead. Now, every organization is going to be a little bit different. Okay. Every organization is going to have a different CRM. The franchises might have their own internal CRM that everybody gets to use. However, the leads are dispersed. Now, some people have it set up really, really good where a lead comes in and boom, it's automatically set through. There's a flow like chart, there's a flow diagram, there's a systematic approach to how those leads are dispersed through the organization. The minute you get that lead, it is your responsibility to get a hold of them as soon as possible. The longer it takes you to get to that lead, the less likely you are going to make contact with that lead, the less likely that you are going to ever get any business from that lead. So it's very, very important that you make contact with that lead immediately. Now, again, depending on the organization, depending on how technologically savvy the organization is, they may have Zapier, they may have all these different AI models and AI tools that the minute the lead comes in, they receive a text as if it's coming from you, or they might get a chat as if it's coming from you. They might have all these different things to help you get a hold of that lead faster. I will tell you though, if you can pick up the phone, just pick up the phone and get a hold of the lead. Okay. The sooner you get a hold of the lead, the better your chances of actually successfully working with that lead. Okay. Now, here's another thing. So sometimes you'll call a lead and they won't pick up the phone. All right. You're going to call them again. Call them again. If they don't answer and it goes straight to voicemail, call them again. You may even try it. I know of some people, they'll call them a third time if they don't pick up. But Paul, aren't they going to get offended at the fact that I would do that? They sent me to voicemail. Listen, if you knew that if you didn't get a hold of them within the first 5 minutes of them filling out that form, if you knew that you didn't make contact with them within those 5 minutes, you probably were going to lose them as a client anyway. What would you do? You try to get a hold of them. Right? And if they were offended by the fact that you called them 3 times after them sending you to voicemail those 3 times, and they get on the phone with you and they're upset with you, all you have to do is just say, hey, John, listen, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. It's just that I got so excited about the fact that you reached out to us about 1234 Mockingbird Lane that I knew I needed to get a hold of you. And so that's the reason that I called you 3 times. If you can't chat right now, do you think you can chat in about 20 or 30 minutes from now? Right? There's no shame in saying you're excited about working with somebody, none at all, right? And so that's the reason you called them. Now, they may get upset with you. They may say something like, don't do that again. How dare you? What are you going to do, right? You will lose more business by your inability or lack of follow-up than you will ever lose by you being overly enthusiastic and trying to get a hold of them. Let that one sink in. That one, by the way, was delivered way better than my Steams. Speed to lead rules everything around me. Anyway, so you get my point. So you need to get a hold of them as soon as possible. That is your responsibility. That is your duty when you are working those team leads. Speed to lead. Get a hold of them as soon as possible. Now, if they don't answer, you call 2 times, maybe 3 times. You send them a text message. You shoot them a direct message, a DM. Whatever you have at your disposal, you're going to get a hold of them. Use every tool at your disposal to make contact. In this day and age, every one of us has some type of a social footprint. Some type of a social footprint. It's theirs. There's something, right? I'm almost more concerned when I can't find something about someone on the internet versus when I find whatever it is that I find out there, okay? Now, I also realize that there are going to be some people that have very common names, depending on their surnames. So what are you going to do? You're just going to try to do the best you can. If they have a very common name, John Smith, Maria Sanchez, you just do the best that you can and use the information that's provided to you, but you try to get a hold of them using all the tools that are available at your disposal, okay? That, again, is your responsibility. That is your duty. Your organization is investing money in lead generation and lead strategies for you so that you could close your deal, so that you could generate an income, so that everybody wins as a team and as an organization. All right. Next thing, stop trying to pre-qualify every lead on the first call. So let's say that you do get a hold of the lead and you talk to them, and lead says to you again, this is for those of us in the real estate industry. Hi, I want to see 1234 Mockingbird Lane, and you call that lead. Hey, John or Jane, listen, I'm calling about 123. I'm calling about you wanting to see 1234 Mockingbird Lane. When's a good time to get you inside? All right, that's really all that you want to do. You just want to get on the phone and you want to get them in the property and you want to schedule a time for a showing. I've seen people who will get on the phone and then what they want to do is they want to over pre-qualify the buyer. Well, are you pre-approved yet? What's your pre-approval limit? Do you have your pre-approval letter? Can you email me your pre-approval letter? What's your favorite color? It doesn't, like, look, here's the thing. I can appreciate why you would want to do that because you want to save time and you don't want to go over there and you don't want to invest time in potential buyers, for instance, that are not pre-approved, not qualified, and they're not going to end up buying at all as well. But by you doing that, what you are doing is you are killing the momentum. So you're killing the momentum because right now they're in the frame of mind, hey, I'm interested in this property. All you want to do is just want to keep that momentum going. Hey, listen, you just inquired about 1234 Mockingbird Lane. When can I get you inside? That's it. Just get them inside. Now, once you get over there, then you can pre-approve them. You can pre-qualify them. You can ask them all the qualification questions. You can get them to sign the buyer-broker agreement and buyer compensation agreement that are required in your state, whatever it might be. But the point is, don't kill the momentum on the first phone call. Just get them there. Right? They're excited already. They're interested already. Just get them there. Now, if you find out that, look, that lead is not pre-approved, that lead is not pre-qualified, that lead does not have the income, that lead does not have the credit, that lead is just, kicking tires, I get it, right? You're not going to work with them anymore. But, don't try to do that on the phone. You won't believe how many buyers we've worked with that have told us that, like, yeah, I tried to go see that property, but they were asking me too many questions, so I just went to another agent. And then they went to another agent, they made an offer, and then they purchased it. Now, for the sake of safety, all right, let's talk about safety for just a little bit, especially as real estate practitioners who are in sales. I can also appreciate why you wouldn't want to go show a property to someone that you don't feel is pre-qualified enough. So my recommendation is, if there is ever any inkling of a safety issue, or you're not quite sure about what's going on, just take somebody with you. Don't go there alone. All right. Let's just put that asterisk in there. Do not go and show a property right away if based on your conversation you feel like there's something strange going on or you're not comfortable with the situation. Okay. That was the last slide. I'm looking at the comments right now. Again, today's topic was team leads and the investment that your organization is making into you by providing you with team leads and the strategies and tools and systems that they have in place in order for you to work those team leads. And if you are a professional salesperson, if you are a professional real estate practitioner, it's your responsibility. It's your duty to prioritize those team leads. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes people will ask me, well, Paul, I just joined the team. They've given me some leads, but I still want to do my own lead generation. I still want to generate my own leads. That's fine. But the priority should still be over the leads that are being provided to you, because your team leader, your sales manager, your organization is investing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into those leads to be able to give them to you. Your priority should be those leads, or don't take the leads. It's very simple, right? It's very simple. If you feel that you're going to have a difficult time, really working those leads and doing the work that it's going to take to follow up with those leads and doing the work to go out there and meet those leads, and you want to, do your own lead generation, then don't take the leads. If there's going to be any type of a conflict of interest on your part and you're not going to dedicate 100% of your time and effort to really making the most out of those leads, then don't accept them. It's very simple. And I know that sounds a little cold and that might even sound a little harsh, but these organizations, these sales managers, your team leaders, they're spending a lot more money than you think. And the average cost per lead can go anywhere between $500 to $2,000 per lead, believe it or not. per lead. So when you have an organization that is purchasing 15, 20, 30, 50 leads a month, start to do the math. You can start to see how much they're investing, and they're investing in you, and everybody wins. So if you're not going to prioritize those leads, those team provided leads, and you feel like you want to work your own leads, by all means, have at it, Haas. That was a Dukes of Hazzard reference. I'm showing my age. Anyway, so go ahead, do your own lead generation. You master that craft, right? And listen, everybody wants to graduate to that level. Everybody wants to progress and grow to that level. But when you're brand new and you're just getting started, one of the fastest and most effective ways to achieving success in this business is by joining a team, earning as you learn, and working those team leads that they provide, using whatever strategy, systems, and techniques that they want you to use. So you got to prioritize those leads. And then at some point you can say to yourself, you know what? I've closed enough deals with these team leads that are coming in now. Now I want to generate my own leads, and I'm going to build my own team, and I'm going to do it myself. And God bless you, right? There's no shame in that. Okay, so just to close out, I'm going to plug my book one more time. The name of my book is called It's Not the Leads, It's You. Okay, it's not the leads, it's you. It's on Amazon. You can purchase it. When you purchase it, please take a picture of yourself with it, post it on social media, tag me on it, talk to Paul, DOTCOM.com, talktopaul.com, and I will send you a coupon code to get the free Audible version of it as well. I appreciate everybody's time and participation in this. I appreciate the comments that are coming in. I will tell you that I have committed to going daily on a daily, going live daily on a daily basis. I've committed to going live on a daily basis. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to be reporting back on what that has done to our social media accounts and how it's what the stats are looking like. For those of you who are considering doing the same thing, at some point I'm probably going to be doing a training on how to write your own book. I know there's a lot of you that have the idea, have this idea in your head and you just haven't gone out and done it. It's a lot easier than you think. You just have to know how to do it, right? You just need someone to show you how to do it. If there's anything that you would like covered, let me know. Shoot me a direct message and we'll cover it in the next live training. All right, you guys, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Let's get to work.